It's hard to think of any leading man today who does romantic comedy better than Hugh Grant. For years, he actually threatened not to do another one, but now he is back in theaters, thankfully, co-starring with Drew Barrymore in Music and Lyrics.
What are you doing, you mad woman? You're destroying my apartment.
Oh, I can't write from across the room.
Well, you're not writing here. Get back. Get back to your corner. I can't have you here. I'll be blocked. I'll be completely stuck.
Go out the other side.
I've never been the other side.
Push! 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 Push!
Good. Better. Still a fraction close. Just back off. Just one. Just. There. Fine. Good.
Hugh Grant, good morning.
Good morning.
So good to have you back here.
It's lovely to be back, Hannah.
Well, I'm glad you're still making movies after your threat not to. What was it about Music and Lyrics that made you want to do this film?
Well, it was funny. You know,
Yeah, it is funny.
I get sent quite a lot of romantic comedies, and very often they're charming, but they're very seldom truly funny, and this one was funny.
It has great dialogue.
Yeah, well, he writes amazing dialogue. You know, the old romantic comedy tradition of crackling banter between the man and the woman, it's quite hard to come by now. Not many people do it. And Mark Lawrence, who wrote and directed this film, he does it brilliantly.
And the chemistry is so important, too, obviously. Between you and Drew Barrymore, did you know that it would work immediately? Not
at all. You never know. You never know. And I'm glad it did. It's always a bit of a risk. But it's a strange thing. You know, sometimes you think this is marvellous chemistry and it comes out like zero, and sometimes you think this is awful and you have chemistry.
Are you guys alike at all, or are you polar opposites?
No, we're ridiculously opposite.
Really? In what way?
Well, you know, you can see it. She's pure Californian sunshine, joy, laughter, positive thoughts. And I am, you know, a cloud of London gloom. And so I think it was tough for her.
So it works well, right?
Well, yeah, actually. And weirdly on the screen, you know, because it's not one of those couples where you think at the beginning of the film, well, they're bound to get it on. You know, you can just see that's going to happen. I think in a way you think the reverse. You think, oh, no, I hope they don't, because he's much too old for her. And, you know, but actually, it kind of makes it more interesting that halfway through the film you start to think, actually, I think I do want them to splice.
To splice. I like that, splice. You play Alex Fletcher, and you are an 80s pop star. You were a big icon. Your group was called Pop.
Yeah, I'm an ex-80s icon.
Yes.
Now living rather tragic has-been existence. But, well, there I am in the 80s. This is a little clip of us back in the 80s doing a pop video.
Which, I must say, you pull off brilliantly. Look at you. Now, you had to sing and dance?
Yes, well, that's
are you
an approximation of dancing.
The dancing, I mean, there's no faking that. You were shaking your hips. You were really good. I mean, look at you here. Look at this.
Well,
that's very impressive.
Luckily, in this part, you know, this is now, and so I'm allowed to be a little past it. And
was that fun for you?
Any second that you see there, I pull a muscle.
No, come on. It had to be fun to be on stage and kind of play a pop
I tell
star.
you what, the beginning of that day was, I think, the worst moment I've ever had on a film set. You know, to be up there at 7 in the morning, feeling like a 46-year-old grumpy Englishman, wearing very tight trousers and high heels, and people saying, now go, just be snaky and poppy. You just don't have it in you. You just don't. For me to dance at all, it's got to be really late at night. I've got to be very drunk. And usually now I have to have got back from the party and I'm standing alone in my underpants, just letting it out.
Looking in the mirror.
Yeah, yeah. So very hard under those circumstances.
Well, you did a commendable job. And the singing, you did all your own singing, which really is good.
Well, it's nice of you to say that. They schooled me like a performing seal for months and months and months. And I had very good people around me and a very good record producer who's very clever with the buttons on the computer. So if you hit a flat note, and I did hit one or two, just one or two.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They can put you back.
It sounds like a great experience. Now, you've said that you might leave acting to write a book. What about a record or music? Or
Well, listen, I am now a recording artist. The record came out this week, and it's the soundtrack of the album, and I'm on it, and I feel curiously aroused by the fact that I'm now an official pop star. I like that thought. All
right, film's opening on Valentine's Day. You're a romantic? No.
But, you know, I'm not that unromantic, actually. I always pretend that there's no romance in me, but I am quite. I'm hesitant, like any Englishman. I remember about 3 Valentine's days ago sending a huge bunch of flowers to this girl and instantly regretting it and trying desperately to get them recalled. But in case
you really?
Yeah, I really did. But I can't tell you, they worked so well. Girls are easy.
Yeah,
They're easy.
we're easy to figure out, aren't we?
Yeah, lots of flowers. Good one.